everybody, here is my next review for The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 22. Here's Negan, and thank God it was really the saviour, get it, of these 6 bonus episodes. A lot of them have been obviously just filler, not really progressing the story. This one doesn't really progress the story, but it is very interesting. It deepens a character that most of us know and love, or thought they knew, at least. We know him a little bit more now. And yeah, it was a fantastic episode, which I was expecting. You know, I know all the other episodes leading up to it didn't have great reviews from most people. They were quite disappointed, I think, generally. But I was always waiting for this one, thinking, okay, this one is going to save these episodes, and it wasn't good. It was fantastic. It was brilliant. And like, I've read the comic. They changed it up enough so that it wasn't just, you know, watching the comic on the screen, but they also kept it near enough the same. Lucille, we actually get to see for the first time as an actual person, not a baseball bat. Oh, that's funny. There's the baseball bat. She was great, obviously very well cast. They had very good chemistry together. I wonder why that is. Yeah, she was great. The emotion in this episode, it really shows a different side to Negan. We've obviously seen him different from the Saviour Negan, King of the Saviours. But now we understand where that persona comes from. The one that, you know, smashes people's heads in with a baseball bat. It pretty much seemed to just change as soon as the tragedy that was the real Lucille's death. We also get to see the baseball bat Lucille, the actual proper one, not some remake from Brandon, his pathetic attempts to recreate an iconic weapon. He and many of the fans really wanted him to find Lucille, and sadly he uses it once and she breaks, which is another classic moment from the comics, but redone in a totally different way. He smashes it over the back of Beta in the comics, which is amazing and brilliant, and he kind of breaks down and goes crazy, but this is redone in a different way, and it makes sense. Obviously the bat's just literally been sitting out there. The bat, sorry, Lucille. I just need to differentiate between the actual person and the baseball bat. It's been sitting out there for a very long time, so of course it's going to be weathered and beaten up, and yeah, likely to break, which it does. And then he basically puts the baseball bat to rest, and also the real life Lucille, by burning it, which is a sad moment, but I think he's kind of come to terms with that at that point. We also saw a very, well, for me at least, I don't think it was leaked anywhere. I don't think anyone knew that it was coming up. But we got to see a lovely cameo from Laura, the Saviour, who I think went out not very well originally, when she was just kind of smacked against the, was it the prison door or the wall or something by Beta, and then, yeah, which is enough, you know, Beta's a pretty crazy guy, or was, so I don't mind that she died, but she kind of died in a way that we weren't really sure that she was even dead, and then I don't think it's even mentioned again. And I think most people only really knew that she officially died by watching The Talking Dead. And I thought she was a great character. She wasn't the biggest character, but she was good. So it's nice to see her in this. And wow, she gives Negan the baseball bat, not Lucille as we know her, but the baseball bat, just the plain baseball bat. So that's really cool that they worked that in there. I kind of thought that they were going to be painting Negan in a bit of a nicer light than the comics, but when they revealed that he was cheating, he obviously got into trouble beating the crap out of someone, as well, and that's kind of from the comics as well. He's not like some saint, some amazing guy, and then the apocalypse happens and then he turns into crazy psychopath Negan. He obviously had some of those tendencies before, which it was great that they showed that, and it was good that they didn't... It was nice that they showed how amazing Lucille and Negan's relationship was, but it was also good that it had that kind of dark side to it as well, like in the comics. And I like the fact that it was actually... Lucille was alive in the apocalypse, because she pretty much died as Negan realised it was happening in the comics. So it was cool, and she was obviously a badass. And Negan kind of was like the weaker of the two. At some point, we get to see him actually Lucille someone again. He gives one of his amazing speeches, and it was like an official Lucilleing. You know, the guy was down. He was giving his speech, and then he smashed the shit out of him. Well, we presume he did. Obviously, he didn't do the camera's perspective like the infamous season 6 finale. But this episode was amazing, and even more so amazing for me personally. My YouTube channel is, of course, primarily Gears of War content and The Walking Dead content. Now I've done enough of that. But what game was Negan playing in this episode? Obviously before the apocalypse. Well, it was Gears of War, which is just amazing. When I saw that, I like pissed myself in a good way. And I don't know, it was Gears of War 2, I think, maybe, because it's hard to tell from that little moment, and it just fit his character so well. It's a perfect tie-in for my channel, so thank you. I think the Walking Dead guys, they checked my channel out. They saw that I was reviewing The Walking Dead, they saw that I was doing Gears of War stuff, and they decided to put it in, just to, you know, show that they appreciated me. I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. Not just a coincidence at all. I have also watched the most recent Fear the Walking Dead episodes. That's season 6, episode 8. And wow, that was an amazing episode as well. So just letting you know that I will be continuing to review those, as season 6 has been amazing. The past seasons have been... Season 4, the first half was quite good, then the rest of that, and then season 5 was just such a drag. And it's such a surprise that season 6 is, in my opinion, easily the best one that they've ever done. And it's continuing to be amazing. I've got so many things to say about this latest episode. So many emotions. So obviously check that out. That'll be coming out a little bit later. I've obviously just watched it, but I don't want to release my review too early because there will be spoilers, major spoilers. So obviously if you're someone who watches the Fear the Walking Dead part of The Walking Dead as well, please check me out on that. And fingers that way. I think that's it. That's it, really. It was a brilliant episode. Excellent. One of the best episodes I've ever done. Probably in my top 10. But there's so many good episodes from just not really recently. But I think season 11 is really going to bring it. These were just bonus episodes. Not really the full power that Walking Dead has. They did kind of try and ease us into that idea. And, you know, I just enjoyed it for what I could. But yeah, season 11's coming not too far in the future, which is great. And as I've said, Fear the Walking Dead is amazing as well. My dog needs to be let in, so I'll let you guys go. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, a comment what you thought of this episode and what you're excited for in season 11. And please catch me on my next video. Ta-ta!